What's good, y'all? This is Eric from Shot of Cali, and today, let's talk. I know in my videos I always do reactions or, you know, talk about all the great things that Chicago has to offer, like any of my past vlogs that you may have seen or whatever. We're gonna go a little deep today. I'm pretty sure you guys, the subscribers, are aware of, the crime that goes on in the city of Chicago. Like, it's everywhere. Like, it was once glorified as Chirac. People like me do not appreciate being called Chirac. I don't want no comparisons to Iraq whatsoever, bro. It's unacceptable. We don't like it here. Don't ever address my city as Chirac. That's unacceptable. We do not appreciate that. You know, Chicago has been in the news for years with its murder rate. A lot of violence, a lot of angry people out here in the streets of Chicago. And I feel like even some of the police officers in our city don't make it any better. I just want this to be a video to give you an insight of what the city is like on, the things Chicagoans such as myself go through as we try to live a normal life. I grew up on the south side. It's rough, man. I can honestly say it's rough. All types of crime that occurs in our city, but I feel like that happens everywhere. There's people who are afraid to come here because of the violence, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Chicago's a beautiful city, bro. It really is. Chicago's a really great city. You got great food. Don't come in the winter though. It's freezing out here in the wintertime, but do not come here in the wintertime. But the summertime is, it's great. You know what I'm saying? Great food, we got festivals. There's a lot of activities that goes on around our city. I don't want media to scare you guys off because, like I said, there's crime everywhere, bro. It's just that we get broadcast because sometimes our city be doing too much. I'm gonna be honest with you, we do too much. I am a proud Chicagoan. I am very proud to be from the city. I mean, we just had All-Star Weekend take place in the city of Chicago, bro. This is one of the best All-Star Weekends that the NBA has ever had. It hasn't been here since 1988. That's 32 years, bro. Brought in revenue. People was able to enjoy themselves for the weekend, be around their favorite athlete, and it's great. Chicago's a great city. Like, we do have a lot of drama, a lot of crime that goes on here. Like, it's an issue that we need to address, that we need to fix as a group. I feel that better days for our city will come. First of all, I don't watch the news because the news is depressing, bro. I feel like the news always address the sad things that goes on in the city or around the world. Like, it's tough. I don't really tend to care to watch the news like that. I did hear about found out that this young lady, 18 years old, was in a convenience store, buying snacks, and there was some guys outside the convenience store, three of them, and they decided to open fire on maybe a intended target, a dude they might have seen in the store that they might have beef with in the streets, and they just opened fire outside the convenience store. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that target was even hit. Not that I want him to happen, but I don't think he got hit at all. But unfortunately, the young lady, the 18-year-old girl, something they have nothing to do with. And it's very unfortunate that that young lady passed away. But it's a sad situation, bro. It's tough for the family, friends of the young lady. It's just very unfortunate. And as I was reading the article, the part that really bothered me is that when a parent loses their child, a woman who's going through heartache, who was heartbroken by the loss of her child. It's sad, bro. It's a very sad situation. A lot of us who grew up here, we've known people who lost their lives in the streets. Like, we all known people who were killed out here in these streets of Chicago. We don't glorify violence here. We don't glorify that shit. We really don't. Sorry for cursing, but we really don't. A lot of us, we've been around that our whole lives, growing up in the south side, or you're from the west side. Like, we've all been through a lot. In Chicago, we've been downtown. They don't know anything outside their neighborhood, and that's sad, son. That's very sad that people out here who in my city that goes on in y'all neighborhood or in y'all city. You just gotta come together, man. Make life easier for the upcoming generation. Stories like this young lady who lost her life a few days ago occurs all the time. I don't like talking about this kind of stuff. It's such a reoccurring thing. Like it happens over and over. This is the right time to address it. I never really addressed anything like that on this channel, and I always address the great things that goes on in the city. We gotta address what reality is like for people who live in the city. I just want you guys to get an insight on my views on how growing up in Chicago was like for me and things that go on in today's society. Everything gotta be about reactions, laughter, and joking. Sometimes we really have to have a sit down conversation and just talk about issues that goes on, and that's why I decided to do this video today. The kids growing up now and within the next generation, could be safe and be able to be themselves and grow up, reach adulthood, go to college, find a career, Yes, sir.